Fox News, it turns out, did a little bit of research, and they figured out, yeah, maybe not quite so unprecedented. Let's go to clip number 11. And at the end of this clip, Megyn Kelly's going to say something fun. Let's watch.
It doesn't look like this is unprecedented, according to our brain room. We asked them to research this one, and they said that President George H.W. Bush did this back in '89 and '91, and that President Reagan did it as well, addressing school children. Now, it was on, topics like the war on drugs and not to get on drugs, things like that. But is this any different? Is there something wrong with the president not only saying stay in school, but also having them submit these worksheets and ask how they can, achieve their goals, etc.?
No, I don't see anything wrong with it, Megan. I mean, on the face of it, it seems to me to be almost patriotic, almost a conservative value. You know what? You should know who the president is. You should hear the president speak about the value of education, staying in school, hard work. Tony said, if it got into policy issues like health care, which is highly controversial, that clearly would be inappropriate. But there's no evidence that that's the case. So I think it was rather innocuous and maybe just evidence of talk radio and how difficult our political discourse has become in this country. You can't even have the president, as the president, say something positive to the kids.
I think you may have hit on it right there, Juan, is that we are so divided right now. President Barack Obama has all-time low approval ratings and has hit that 50% approval rating faster than all but 2 other presidents in recent history. And, Tony, is that part of the problem, is that a lot of people in this country don't support President Obama and don't want him influencing their children?
Are you kidding me? Do you remember Fox News talking about Bush's all-time low approval ratings and how he had to hide the kids from him because everybody, the country's so divided about him? Bush was in the 20s. Okay, he threatened to get into the teens at one point in approval rating. They're talking about Obama's approval ratings being too low to talk to kids? They're unbelievable, man. But the thing that really pisses me off about any of this is because otherwise I'm having fun. You could see, right? It's fun. It's ridiculous. You make fun of them. Everybody's having a good time. The problem is the media buys into it. Anytime there is any ridiculous attack by the Republicans, I saw it today on the front page of Yahoo, the biggest story, like highlighted, right? Now, it might be a goofy standard, but I see that as one of the places like that if a story is really bubbled up, they'll put it on center stage on Yahoo. Now, of course, that's not the end-all, be-all, but millions of people see that, and a story doesn't usually go there unless it's already been through the whole media cycle and finally gets up there, okay? And so when I saw that this morning as a center square on Yahoo's homepage, I couldn't believe it because they give credence to any dumb thing that the Republicans say. Like, it's all considered a legitimate point. But if you debate these things over and over, there's a real side effect here, okay? And the side effect is that people don't read the whole thing. They read headlines. So a certain percentage will read the whole thing, a certain percentage will only read the headline, and the headline says, is Obama indoctrinating the kids? And then so some people will be like, oh, I guess Obama's doing something to the kids. He's hurting the kids. And even if they don't think that, you have raised the question. What I always tell you, it's not about the answer, it's about the question that you're debating. And if the question is Obama harming the children? Well, that's a terrible question for Obama. It's a great question for the Republicans and the conservative talk show hosts. And the media buys into that every single time. I mean, it took us how many years to get the media to ask, hey, is Bush torturing people? Is Bush spying on people? Hey, was the Iraq idea perhaps a bad idea? The Iraq war a bad idea? That took like 3 or 4 years for the press to ask that question. The Republicans are like, I don't know, anything. Is Obama a Maoist? Is he coming to harm your children?
Is our children learning?
Is our children learning? I mean, that harms the children, okay? When you have a president speaking to them and he says, is our children learning, right? So what it creates is a bubble of swift boating. One swift boat after another, and it's only been less than a year that Obama's been president, about 8 or 9 months. How many of these can he survive for 4 years? If the media buys into every insane, ridiculous attack, whether it's his birth certificate or whether he's going to, indoctrinate your children, et cetera, how many swift boats can he withstand? And at what point, if any point, does the media think a ridiculous conservative talking point is actually ridiculous and not worthy of highlighting? Well, apparently we have not reached that point.